It's training day for the Flash and Kid Flash, and oh boy was it a fun one, because we were training how to vibrate through molecules. Welcome to the heart of the stories we tell. My name is Rob, and tonight I will be reviewing The Flash, episode 12, Untouchable. And tonight was all about Clive Yorkin, but we still had a lot of stuff going on with Savitar, and like I said in the opening sequence, we also had the training of Kid Flash, specifically in vibration. I would like to remind you that Harrison Wells had to teach Flash how to vibrate at the midpoint of Season 1. However, before we get too far into this, let's throw this up here. So once again, it's stop. Spoiler time. Okay, so I'm going to try to work back and forth here between good and bad. So we're going to start with the best part of the episode, in my opinion. Julian and Caitlin working together. You know what? I really like the two of them. The oddball chemistry they have as people who don't get along is kind of funny. And then the part that annoyed me the most. Speedsters not being fast enough. Seriously, this is a trope that needs to die in a fire. One scene Wally can accelerate so fast that you can barely see him, and the next scene he can't accelerate fast enough to stop someone from closing their hand. Although, all in all, I guess I can understand that they need to keep the speed down in order to keep him challenged at all. I'm going to just touch on for a second the actual training itself, and the training was not too bad. I liked the idea of Wally having to learn how to vibrate and the fact that Wells was a much better teacher, even if he was evil. As an interesting side note, Wally for the longest time couldn't vibrate in the comics, and when he got the ability back, he was vibrating so fast that he would blow up things around him. You have to remember, though, a lot of his extra powers, other than just running fast, were things he didn't learn until Barry died. It's interesting that Barry brings up the teachers he's had, including Wells and Jay and all of the others, when the person I've been waiting for most of all is the person who taught Wally most of what he knew, Max Mercury. Now, in the episode itself, Wally doesn't have that same problem. In fact, in the end, Wally comes across being able to phase perfectly fine when the situation calls for it. And that's actually how they take down, he doesn't actually have a code name, it's just Yorkin. And all of it really goes back to the fact that Kid Flash is learning quicker than Barry did. Because you have to remember, this is only like, 6-7 episodes that he's been doing this? Barry was halfway through the season before he was able to do that. And again, that was with Wells teaching him. I do find it funny that they've gone with someone as lowbrow as Yarkin. I mean, really, do they not have enough Flash villains they could use? The Rogues Gallery itself is totally untapped, and for some reason they are already going to second stringers like that. But I guess at least it's not another speedster villain. We also got a cool use of Vibe's power, because in theory he can vibe alternate realities that don't even exist anymore now. And that's pretty cool. Again, it's all part of a throwback to what Gypsy was telling him last week, so I guess it's just building as we go. All in all, this was a good episode, and I liked most of what was going on with it. Although I do want to just take a special point out because of the fact of the relationship that's forming between Alchemy and Killer Frost, or Julian and Caitlin, depending on how you look at it. One of the things that annoyed me a lot about the Killer Frost story is the idea that her powers can turn her evil. I'm not quite understanding where it is this idea that it turns her heart cold actually comes from. However, I'm going to have to accept it, and all things considered, I guess there have been worse excuses to have face-heel turns. So, for now, it looks like we're heading straight for Savitar, and Savitar going to try to kill Iris, with Wally and Barry working together to stop him. But first, we have a two-parter with a killer gorilla with mental powers. That's right, 2 weeks in a row, Gorilla Grodd and Gorilla City. So, I want to ask you, when they do these things, when they actually go into the real comic booky crazy stuff like talking gorillas, how do you feel? I get super hyped for it. It's one of the things I'm most excited about. But let me know down in the comment section. In the meantime, this is the part where I ask you to subscribe, like, and share my channel to help me build the community so that we can walk through all the hearts of the stories we tell. Thanks for watching.